Okay, so we're going to try and find the nth term of a quadratic sequence, and we're going to start off with kind of the theory of what's going on here, because unless you've got the theory, it's not going to make so much sense about why we're doing some of these things that we've got here. So the general form of a quadratic is going to be an squared plus bn plus c. We should be pretty familiar with this so far. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the first term, the second term, the third term, and the fourth term by substituting in n equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3, and n equals 4 to see what kinds of patterns we might be coming across. So when n is equal to 1, you would have a multiplied by 1 squared, which is actually just going to be a. You're going to have b multiplied by 1, which is just b, and you're going to have c. So the first term would be a plus b plus c. The second term is when n is equal to 2, so you're going to have 2 squared, which is 4 multiplied by a, so you're going to have 4a. And then you're going to have a 2 multiplied by b, which is 2b, and you're going to have c. The third term is going to be 3 squared times a, so that's going to be 9a, and 3 multiplied by b, which is going to be 3b, and there's going to be a c. And then the fourth term is going to be, you can see where it's going, 16a, because of the 4 squared, plus 4b, plus c. So let's see what happens when we actually find the first difference between these two things. So when I'm talking about the first difference, it's like what I've been doing on that previous part of subtracting. I'm going to do this one, take away this one. Well, let's just do a little bit at a time. Let's do 4a, take away a. That is just 3a. Then I'm going to do 2b, take away b, is just b. And then I'm going to do c, take away c, and they cancel out. Okay, let's find out the difference between these two. So I'm going to do 9a take away 4a is 5a. I'm going to do 3b take away 2b, which is b. And the c take away c cancels. So I'm going to do the same thing for this last part over here. Sorry for the wobbly line. I'm going to do the 16a take away the 9a, which is 7a. I'm going to do the 4b take away 3b, which is b. And I'm going to do the c take away c, which just cancels out. So the second difference, if I find the difference between these two and these two, we should see that there's something consistent, which is the way that quadratics seem to have worked. So 5a take away 3a is going to be 2a, and b take away b is nothing. 7a take away 5a is 2a, and b take away b is nothing. So this is the first term that we've got here. This is the first difference, and this is the second difference. And you'll notice the second difference is always equal to 2a. So the second difference is always equal to 2a. The first difference, and this is the first difference of these first two terms, is 3a plus b. And the first term is a plus b plus c. Now I'm going to show you a few different methods. All of the methods use the fact that the second difference is equal to 2a. So if you want to find out what the a is, you find the second difference and you half it to find out what a is. So for example, in this one, the nth term is going to start with a 5n squared. And it's going to start with an n squared, or a 2n squared, or a 2.5n squared, or a 1.5n squared, or a minus 1.5 squared. So the second difference is going to be the thing that allows you to find out what a is. And we're going to use these two things to help us to solve this as well, but I'm going to show you two different methods about how you might try and find the nth term of a quadratic. But this is the theory about why you're going to have to trust me on the next slide. So method one is the first term, first difference, second difference method. I can't think of a good name for it, so if you can come up for a good name, let me know in the comments. This is recommended if you have a good memory, where you just need to memorize these three things that you've got here to help you to find the nth term. And then I'm going to remind you that you can use your calculators to help you check if you've got the right answer. So if you're doing this in a calculator exam, you can know for sure whether you've got it right. Okay, so we're going to do the nth term of this sequence. We're going to find out the first difference, the second difference, and we're going to see how it goes. So between the 3 and the 9, it's going up 6, then it's going up 8, then it's going up 10, then it's going up 12. Okay, so the second difference is it's going up 2 each time. Okay, so this thing here, these are referring to the second difference, which is this part. this part, the first difference only of the first term is 3a plus b, because that 3a plus b only referred to the first difference of the first two terms. It wouldn't work for doing it with the 8 or the 10. And then the first term that we've got here, better pick a different colour. Let's just go with green. The first term is going to be the a plus b plus c. So I'm just going to write out those different things that we've got here. So the second difference, the 2 that we have in yellow, 2 is 2a. So that means a is equal to 1. And then I can also see that 3a plus b, the second difference, must be equal to 6. Well, a is equal to 1, so 3 times 1 is 3. So 3 plus b is equal to 6. So b is equal to 6, take away 3, which is 3. And then our last one is that the a plus b plus c, the first term, is equal to 3. So a is 1, b is 3, and c is, we don't know. So solving this equation, we get that c equals minus 1. So now we know for our an squared plus bn plus c, a is 1, so I can just write this. B is 3, so I can just write this. And c is minus 1. So we think this is the nth term that we've got here. So I'm going to now go to the calculator and see if we can check that this is actually going to be the correct answer. So it's n squared plus 3n minus 1. Okay, let's just quickly get this focused in on here. So we think it's going to be n squared plus 3n minus 1. We're going to use the calculator to check if we've got it right. So you're going to go back to table mode. And I'm going to type in x squared plus 3x minus 1. I'll happily do it between 1, 5, going up in 1. And if we get 3, 9, 17, 27, 39, we've done it right. 3, 9, 17, 27, 39. So we've definitely done this one right. That means we can now go back and try this. You can do this in the exam as well. This is definitely something you would be allowed to do. So we've checked it and we've definitely got that right. Now the second method is the comparison method, and this is recommended if you prefer a bit more of like an intuitive kind of method. I find this one kind of makes a bit more sense, but I think there's a bit more room for error potentially. So to find the nth term of this thing that we've got here, you will find the second difference and halve it to find out what a is. You have to find that part. Then we'll write down the an squared sequence, we'll compare them by subtracting, we'll find this linear nth term and we'll combine. That will make more sense when we have a look at it with this example here. So we have to start off the same way as before by finding out what they're going up in and finding the second difference. So it's going up 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's going up in 2 each time. So the second difference is 2a. So 2a is equal to 2, which means a is equal to 1. So we're going to now have to write down the 1n squared sequence. So we're going to write down the n squared sequence here. Well, this is going to be when n is equal to 1. So 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, and 5 squared. Then it says we are going to compare these by subtracting them. So when I subtract them, 3 take away 1, this is our sequence, subtract n squared. 3 take away 1 is 2, 9 take away 4 is 5, 17 take away 9 is 8, 27 take away 16 is 11, and 39 take away 25 is 14. So we're saying, like, how is our sequence different to the n squared sequence? We know it has to be the n squared sequence because the second difference is 2, and we've already said that the coefficient a is decided by half of this. So this is the thing we want. We want to find out the nth term. We know that the nth term of this one is n squared. All we need to do now is find the nth term of this one. Now, I think you should know how to do this from earlier on in your career of maths. Well, it's going up in 3s, so I know it's going to be a 3n. I work out what the previous one would be, which would be a minus 1, so it's a 3n minus 1. So because we're doing the top one, subtract n squared, if we recombine these together, which is number 5 to combine them, just by adding them together, we come up with the nth term. So it's going to be n squared plus 3n minus 1. So hopefully that works, because what we're saying is if you take, let's just highlight it rather than scribbling it out. If we take the original sequence and we subtract n squared, you end up with what's left over, so you can combine these back together to get that n squared part here. So I'm going to do a couple more examples, but to kind of break this up, I'm going to do these next two examples on a separate video. So we've either got method 1, which is the first term, first difference, second difference, or this comparison method, and you'll be able to see a couple more examples in the next video. Found this video helpful? Then why not drop it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like the next video in the playlist, you can click here to be taken straight to it. And as always, wishing you the very best for all your studies.